Wow, what a way to start the year. The Pakistan Stock Exchange just kicked off 2026 with an absolute bang. So today, let's break down this explosive first day of trading and figure out what it might signal for the year ahead. All right, so just how big of a start are we talking about here? Well, let me tell you, the market didn't just ease into the new year. No, it absolutely sprinted right out of the gates. And you know this quote from the day's market wrap? It really says it all. Right from the opening bell, the momentum was just strong, positive, and totally full of that bullish energy. And here it is. The power behind that momentum boiled down to one single number. A 1.32% jump in a single session? That is a huge signal of investor confidence right out of the gate. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper and look at the hard data. Because believe me, the numbers behind this rally, they're every bit as impressive as that headline percentage. I mean, look at this closing number. The KSE-100 index didn't just climb, it closed at a massive 176,355 points. That's setting a really powerful new benchmark for the year already. And if you look at it in terms of raw points, the scale of this advance is just staggering. We're talking about a gain of over 2,300 points in a single day. This wasn't some gentle rise. It was a massive leap forward. And get this wasn't just a few big players moving the needle. Nope, over 799 million shares changed hands. That kind of high volume tells you that activity was absolutely buzzing across the board, and it was fueled by some really widespread investor optimism. So, okay, with a rally this strong, you gotta ask, right? Who were the heroes of the day? Which sectors and which companies were the ones really driving the market up to these new fights? Well, while the rally was pretty broad, there was one sector in particular that was really acting as the main engine, and that was banking. Banking stocks were just on fire, providing the primary fuel for the day's incredible growth. And that often signals a lot of confidence in the health of the broader economy. And even within the banking sector, there was one clear MVP. I mean, check this out. UBL single-handedly contributed a staggering 552 points to the index's climb. As you can see, that one performance absolutely dwarfed what other major movers were doing. It just goes to show how much weight this one single stock pulled. But of course, UBL wasn't going it alone. It had a fantastic supporting cast. We're talking heavyweights like OGDC, Ingro, HBL, and MEBL. They all posted some really significant gains, adding their own considerable weight to the rally, and, just showcasing broad strength among those key blue chip stocks. Okay, but of course, no market ever moves entirely in one direction, right? So to get the full balanced picture, we also need to take a look at the stocks that were facing some headwinds during the session. And yeah, this really lays out the day's tug of war perfectly. On one side of the scale, you've got those powerful leaders we just talked about. But on the other side, stocks like Systems Limited and DG Con Cement, they definitely felt some selling pressure, pulling the market back just a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's pretty clear the positive momentum from the bulls was just overwhelmingly stronger. All right, so let's zoom out for a second from all the single-day action. What does this all actually mean? What's the big takeaway from such an explosive start to the year? Well, here's the bottom line. This wasn't just one good day. It really sets a highly optimistic tone for all of 2026. A powerful rally like this, it signals that the prevailing mood among investors is one of confidence and, a lot of positive expectation for the year ahead. And so, this all leaves us with the big question for 2026, doesn't it? We've just seen an absolutely incredible, bullish start. But is this just a flash in the pan, or is it the beginning of a real sustained upward trend? I guess that's what we'll all be watching for as the year unfolds.